to RobMotive live Monday at 5. It's been an interesting week for me. Last week's live stream I'll term as a flop because I got a phone call during the stream. I didn't set my phone right. It interrupted the stream. I thought, by the time I come back on, nobody's going to be there. It had already been on for like half an hour or something like that. So I decided just to call it a day. Now, got to get the laptop ready. I'm a little behind. Got to get my own video up. What commercial do we have playing this evening? Looks like it's, I don't even know, NexR. I don't know what NexR is, but it's a commercial playing with two guys flipping a car at 51 miles an hour. That did not look very pleasant. Anyway, let me skip right through that. That's enough extra promotion for the ad. Anyway, welcome to everybody that's out there. I'm a little bit early, because I was interrupted last week, so I thought I'd come on a little bit earlier this week. Before we get rolling, I do have some channel announcements. First of all, I do have two other channels. If you're new here, or you've been here and for some reason you haven't subscribed to them, I would ask that you do. I have RobMotive FST. It's all about full-size trucks. It's a full-size truck channel, hence the FST, right? Pretty creative, right? Full-size trucks, you get it. And RobMotive JT, which stands for Jeep Trucks. That's another channel. I have two, like I said. Please check them out. Please subscribe. It helps me out. I appreciate it, and it doesn't cost you a nickel. Speaking of appreciate, if you haven't hit the like button yet and you just came on, make sure you do that real quick. That would be cool. Also, we do have some discount codes for you folks out there. We have RobMotive 10 over at Toughskins. That'll get you 10% off at Toughskins. Those little cool things you can add to your truck or car or maybe even your motorcycle. Depends on what you like. Also, we have RobMotive. It's a 5% discount over at sparksparts.com. All kinds of Toyota parts, no matter what kind of Toyota you drive, they got parts for it. And then we have discount code RobMotive over at the Booster, the Sprint Booster, sprintboostersales.com for $10 off a Sprint Booster unit. Check them all out. They're awesome, awesome companies, and they have some awesome stuff. So I need to go to live chat. Just happened to think of that. I always screw up, and I'm on top chat for some reason. We got a couple things to talk about tonight. The new Tundra. Put a video out on that. Boy, there are a lot of Tundra haters out there. And there are a few of the devout, or devoted, sprinkled in as well. But I want to talk about that a little bit, what's going on with the new Tundra. Man, am I glad I didn't buy one. I was this close, maybe this close to picking one up, but I did not. And I'm happy to say that I didn't. Also, we've got some new and exciting mods coming up on the Tacoma back here. Always working on the Tacoma, all kinds of stuff coming up on that. I am spreading it out a little bit more than I've done in the past. I'm doing that so that I don't run through every mod on the truck and then it's finished. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to do that. So you do get a little bit of commentary type videos in there in between. And I know everybody out there just loves to hear me talk. Well, some. So there will be those kind of videos as well. Now, let's get to the comments. First comment of the evening was from a fella named Ang. A-I-N-G. Ang. Ang has a channel. Got to give Ang a shout out. He gives me shout outs periodically in his videos. I need to shout him out. Check him out. He has a Tacoma. It's a Voodoo Blue SR5. He's doing some stuff. I think he's got some tires coming up or something and some wheels and ultimately a lift. Anyway, check him out. Ang says, how early is too early? It's never too early. I usually put the live stream up, about 15, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, before I go on, just to make sure everything is smooth, except for phone calls. I don't know. M. Jones, my Canadian buddy up there, says, click the thumbs up. Go ahead and see what it does. I like that. Very cool. Automan Dan says, hey guys. Hey Dan, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Speedy Speedster says, oh, what's up, Rob? Just doing my thing, hanging out with you guys. It's Monday. Did a couple mods on a truck today, just saying. Philip A. Huggins, he says, hi. Hi, Philip. How you doing there, buddy? Ang says, what's up, Rob? And all just chilling with you guys, getting on here. Hopefully the stream isn't interrupted again. I've got the phone set, so it shouldn't do that. But you may be asking, why in the world do you use the phone? Because it's the best sound and the best video quality of the equipment that I have. Believe it or not, it's true. Ed Les, I'm going with Lise. What's up, homie? Just hanging out, dude. How you doing? Automan Dan says, what happened last week? No live stream. There was no, wait a minute. Was there? Wasn't there? There may not have been. I think I took a day off. I haven't taken a week off in like 3 years, but I think I did take a day off from the live stream. But I don't think that was last week. I think that was the week before. Last week was the technical glitch, if I'm not mistaken. Philip A. Huggins said, just hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. And make sure you follow Philip's lead. Hit the like button real quick. Just that's all you got to do one time. Just saying. Automan Dan says, oh, a glitch in the system. Gotcha, Rob. Yeah, it was me. It was my system, my problem. John Bailey says, happy RobMotive Monday, everyone. Like and subscribe. Yes, please do. I mentioned last week that when I look at the stats for the channel and how many people watch the videos and whether they're subscribed or not, it is amazing how many people watch the videos but aren't subscribed to the channel. It just seems weird to me. I mean, maybe they're one-offs. I guess there's a lot of people in the world. So maybe they're one-offs, but man, if everybody that watched the videos actually subscribed to the channel, it would make me feel better. I'd feel appreciated. I'm just saying, if you're here and you're not subscribed, click the subscribe button. It doesn't hurt, I promise. Let's see. Wolfpack Studio says, it is a little blurry. Is it a little blurry for anyone else? Not for me. I'm looking at it on my laptop. It looks perfectly clear. I don't know. You have a little bit of the sauce to see. I don't know what's going on. John Fletcher, triple thumbed up. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Automan Dan says, has everyone liked? Thank you, Dan. Automan Dan says, I just liked. I appreciate that. And I just now got the announcement that I'm live. Well, that's interesting. I've been live for, 7.5 minutes. I don't know. Philip Huggins says, yes, Wolf, a bit blurry and bright contrast. Well, let me turn it a little bit. Maybe it's the backlighting. Or you know what? Let me do this. There. I don't know if that helps, but maybe it'll wash out or I don't know. Hopefully it helps. Automated Dan says, just live chat. There you go. Zane Kersey says, any plans on a roof rack? I actually have a roof rack sitting up on my car rack that I had on my Voodoo Blue truck. I'm debating on whether or not I want to put it on this truck or not. I haven't decided, or maybe something different. I don't know yet. Automan Dan says, I'm glad I didn't buy one. The new Tundra has a crap ton of issues. It does seem to have some issues. I put a video out yesterday, I think it was yesterday, about a turbo issue, the wastegate problem that they seem to be having. And man, did that light a fire. On both sides, primarily on the negative side. It seems to me that most people, at least that interact with me on my channels, do not like the new Tundra for one reason or another. And now that you throw this supposed have to lift the cab off, what a nightmare to service this problem they're having. I mean, you listen to some people, I get some comments, it was designed that way. What? They didn't design it that way. They didn't build the Tundra knowing that they were going to have a turbo wastegate problem and have to rip the cab off. Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't they just not have the problem to begin with? Who wants to have the cab lifted off their truck? When they do that, there's going to be problems, right? I mean, it wasn't made to have the cab lifted off. It's not like it's an Indy car or something where they pop the body off, do all the work, and put it back on. I mean, come on, man. I love some of the comments that I get from people about that. Well, it's not a lot. It's maybe 2 or 3 people, but they meant to do that, Rob. You don't know what you're talking about. Really? Really? Anyway, we'll talk more sporadically throughout the comments, depending on what you guys, want to talk about. Victor Garcia says, yo, Rob, how's it going? Victor, I am doing well. I hope you are doing well on this Monday. Victor thumbed up 2, 4, 5 times. That works. It has to be an even number. It's like a light switch. Off, on, off, on, off, on. You know what I'm saying? John Fletcher says, I miss Krista. Have you put her in timeout? Yes. She's grounded. She's grounded. Chad Cronod says, howdy, Rob. What's up? It's cold. 30 and 10 inches of snow and more coming this week. I'm moving. That's a bummer. It is actually 72 degrees, it looks like, where I'm standing right now. Probably about the same outside. It's chilly. That's why I'm wearing sleeves this evening. You may have noticed I don't like sleeves, but when it's cold, I don't like being cold either. So, John Fletcher says, live stream glitched last week. Yes, it did. Someone made a call. Someone called me, rather. My cell phone flipped out, cut the live stream because the phone's ringing. Apparently, it can't do both at the same time. So I've taken care of that this evening. Dennis R., triple thumbed up. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that. Automan Dan says, dang, Chad, that stinks. It does. Country Taco says, howdy, Rob. I pray you all have a better week than me. I don't mean to be a downer, but on Saturday, my 2018 Toyota Tacoma was stolen from Albuquerque. Stay safe, my friends. That sucks. But look at it as an opportunity. I'm assuming you have good insurance, so you'll be able to get a new Tacoma, assuming, of course, you can actually find one. So it's really an opportunity for you. I hope. Dennis R. says, everybody needs to like. I would appreciate that. We have 32 people on here and only 20 people like it. 21. Somebody else liked. Thank you. Whoever did that, I appreciate it. Let's see. Chase Pest for you says, happy Monday, Rob. Happy Monday to you, my friend. Wolfpack Studios, or rather Chase Pest for you, thumbed up 3 times. Appreciate it. Wolfpack Studios says, I wish I could have some of a little sauce right now, but I got to work tonight. I'm sure the supervisor would love that. Yeah, don't do that. They tend to frown when you come to work a little bit, that's not good. I recommend you not doing that. Elizardo Rodriguez says, hi, Rob. Just added the flat black Tacoma overlay to the back. Thanks. Question, where is the discount for the Sprint booster? I don't know. You should be able to go there and put in discount code RobMotive. I don't know. It should be working. If it's not, I'd be curious. Automan Dan says, it seems like Toyota and turbos don't mix. Not right now, they're not, at least on the Tundra. Let's see. Sincal? Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Van Halen sounds so much better with the kicker tweeters. Oh, isn't that the truth? Followed your lead on older videos of yours. Thanks. Hey, they're all out there to watch. Those videos still apply. There are hundreds of thousands, I'll say, of Tacomas. So they're going to be relevant for a number of years. And of course, I will continue to update as I bring in new trucks, particularly when the redesigned, hopefully not Tundra related, Tacoma comes out in a couple, 3 years. We'll see. Automan Dan says, I'm actually looking at a Toyota RAV4 hybrid for work. Awesome. Right now, you're staring at it. Are you in a parking lot? Elizardo says, he's laughing. Cry laughing 3 times in a row, man. Says, Rob, people just love to hate. Keep up the videos. Oh, it's funny. You get people out there, trolls. It's funny when they make comments like that. It's like they think they're the first ones that ever said anything. The world is full of trolls, the internet especially. So it's like, really? And then the ones, it's funny. I have a guy right now on the Tundra channel, RobMotive FST. He was going through, trolling several videos, right? And leaving negative comments to other people's comments. So he's like embedding his responses to other people. And he doesn't seem to be able to express an opinion without filling it full of expletives. Now, my channel is set up to block those things, right? When you use an expletive on my channel or other things, there are other things that I don't allow, it's kicked out. It never is seen by anybody except for me if I choose to look at it. It's in like it's in prison. It's in YouTube prison, right? So they don't ever see the light of day. And typically when I check that folder every once in a while, I don't do it too often, but when I do, as soon as I come across, the 4-letter words, the expletives or whatever, I just delete the comment. I don't read it because I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. One of these, 2-year-olds. So they waste their time. And this cat, he's typing novels, with beep, beep, beep all throughout. And I'm like, how much time did it spend you sitting there typing that thing while you're shaking and drooling in your recliner? And I didn't even read it, and nobody else sees it either. I don't know. That's the latest. And I'm like, really, people? I mean, come on. Again, do you think you're the first one? I mean, the world is full of those people. Anyway, I just find it amusing. And then I also like the people who, when you get into a bit of a debate, and I like to do that sometimes. And I keep it clean. I always keep it clean. I don't throw names. I don't call people names. I don't question their mental status or their education. But they're always, in the end, their comeback is an expletive, blah, 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 blah. And it gets filtered out. It's never seen by anybody. And then I have to delete it. And typically the whole comment stream because it's just ridiculous. But I don't know. Anyway, it's funny. Let's move on. Ang says, not sure if I've been living under a rock, but a lot of people are building up the newer RAV4 as overlands. Pretty cool. Have you seen any of those? I think they look pretty cool. Yeah, I actually contemplated buying a RAV4, the hybrid version. But I thought, I'm not a RAV4 guy. Even more importantly, I'm not an SUV guy. So to throw the RAV4, and it would have been on the FST channel, it wouldn't have been here on RobMotive. But then like I said, I thought, I'm not really an SUV guy. I'm not a RAV4 guy. So it'd be like starting over. And I don't want to start over. I've started with new channels twice already. I just didn't want to do that. But I do like them. And I have seen some people doing that. Excuse me. And it is pretty cool. John Fletcher says, I'm a liker. Well, I appreciate that, John. I really do, bud. And most people are. I mean, I've got pushing 30,000 subscribers now, and I've got to say that most of the interaction that I have with folks is positive. There are just these handful of people, and ultimately, if they continue, I just block them from the channel. I mean, but what's funny to me is they keep coming back. They say they don't like me. They say I don't know what I'm talking about. And I only do it for views, which, by the way, I find funny. Yeah, I do this for views. I'm a YouTuber. I don't make stuff up for views. I talk about things that sometimes aren't so popular with the devout, but I don't make up stuff. But, you just do it for views. Yeah, it's like going into an automotive factory, a guy that's building a truck and saying, you just build that for money. Well, yeah, it's my job. It's what I do. I do build it for money. Wait a minute. We have a super chat coming in from M. Jones, Krista's Coffee Fund. Let me tell you a little story about old Krista. She couldn't find her Wicked coffee, which, by the way, Justin, if he's on here, he's the one that introduced her to that. He sent her this stuff, and now she's addicted. The Walmart's, which is the only place around here that carries it, was out. So she couldn't get her Wicked coffee. She had to drink the 10,000 McDonald's coffees that she's not been drinking because she couldn't get the Wicked coffee. It's back in stock now. But thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate that. $6.99 Canadian. Awesome. Are those loonies, toonies, or hallaloonies? I don't know. Let's see. Automan Dan says, well, I'll be in Kansas in March for a visit before I move down there. I'm flying, though. Awesome. I hope your arms don't get tired. Justin Stevenson, triple thumbed up. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that very much. Automan Dan says, haters are going to hate and bakers are going to bake. That makes more sense. Yeah, they do. These people must be miserable because it seems like it's all they do. I don't know. They must like somebody somewhere, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're how they are. Soccer TL. I think it's Soccer TL. Maybe by 2023, they will work out the problems with the Tundra. Well, I hope so. They're not going to have a lot of time because I've already heard from people that Some that even said they had deposits on that truck and their family members, and they're pulling their orders because of what's going on right now. I mean, I can't blame them. You know, would you go out and buy a new Tundra right now if you thought there was a possibility that you could have some sort of a problem where they'd have to rip the cab off to fix? I mean, is that something you'd be going out and buying? I wouldn't do it. I'd wait. Now, I'm sure they'll fix the problem. I have no doubt. They have to, unless they're going to shut down the line. I mean, let's see. M. Jones, how long has the R been hanging behind you? I have no idea what you're talking about. Jimmy Pham says, hi. Hi again, Jimmy. How are you? By the way, I do have something I'm gonna leak a little bit to you guys. I'm gonna leak a little bit. Mark says, hey, or rather, my new Tacoma should be coming any day now. Can't wait. Congratulations, Mark. I know you've got to be excited. There is nothing like getting a new vehicle or a new used vehicle, any vehicle. I know how it is. I've had many. I love it. Elizardo says, keep up the great videos. Thank you very much. No question in that. I will keep doing what I'm doing because I love doing it. This is awesome talking to you guys. I mean, I've got 41 strangers, although I don't feel like some of you are strangers. Some of you I interact with so frequently that it seems like I know you, you know? But it's a blast. It's fun. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better job than I have right now. I could ask for more money. You know, it's a little thin, but it's growing. It's growing. I hope someday to be able to buy 2 hamburgers again instead of just 1, you know. Kevin Cocos. Hola, Roberto. How's things in South Texas? Where's Krista? Things are good. It's warm. It's sunny. The picture of the thumbnail is indicative of what it looks like outside today, although that was taken at a much earlier time when it was a lot hotter, but it's still a nice day, still nice and warm, and a great day to be working out in the garage, gotta say. Old school, thought better of it, said, nope, not gonna do it, not gonna do it. Michael Armstrong, triple thumbed up. Thank you, Michael, I appreciate that. Again, Mark Jones, M. Jones, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Really do appreciate it. Taco Driven says, what's up, Rob? Checking in. How's the weather today? It is sunshiny. A little cool. It's only 72 degrees where I'm standing right now in the garage, but I can deal with it because I know it's a lot worse in other places. Jimmy Pham says, Automan Dan, that's right. Yep. Jimmy Pham said that, I should say. John Fletcher says, haters are like roaches. You can't get rid of them. I know. And some of them are so bad, they won't even change their names. They think they're slick, right? They'll set up another account, create another username, and come back reincarnated as somebody else. But you can always tell. There are little cues, little nuances that it's the same person. I think it's funny. They think they're slick. And again, I think this is my first rodeo. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years. I've seen a lot, you know. Old school. Hey, Rob, have you ever owned a truck, a camper, topper? I never have, but in high school, when I drove my first truck, my parents bought one. It had a camper on it, and it was too uncool for me, so I managed to convince them to take it off and get rid of it. But that's the only one, and it was about 1 million pounds, and it was nasty. But no, I never have. It was just a cover thing, you know, whatever you call it, a cab. Taco Driven, just got my Alpha Rex blacked out headlights. They look amazing. Can't wait to install. Awesome. Just be careful. I've seen a lot of things go wrong with installing those headlights. Let's see. Automan Dan says, Jimmy Pham. True dat, buddy. True dat. M. Jones. Above your head, there's an R hanging with painter's tape. I don't see anything above my head. I don't know what you're talking about. Have you been hitting the Canadian juice up there? Drinking some Molson's today? Dennis R. says, imagine the cost to fix the problem, removing the cab, and the warranty has expired. Yeah, that's the problem. That's really where the problem lies. You know, as long as you have that 3 years, 36,000 miles, who cares? It's just your time that you get to sit in the shop. But after that's done, can you imagine the bill to take care of that? God, it's probably 10 grand. I mean, the labor to remove the top, the cab, and then go ahead and do it's got to be thousands. It's crazy. Automan Dan says, Rob, when I move down to Kansas, we got to meet up. Would you be interested? Kansas is very, very far from me. I'm like almost in Mexico. To drive straight up from where I am just to get out of Texas is about 10 hours. Then you got to go to wherever the heck you are. Probably another 2 hours, maybe. You're talking about a 12-hour one-way trip, a 24-hour commitment. But hey, if you want to drive down to within, 15, 20 minutes of where I am, sure, I'll meet up with you. Maybe if I feel like it, Where was I here? Run Forest says, maybe not strangers, but definitely strange. Beans, will you buy an extra burger? She might be on. I don't know if she's on or not. I haven't seen any comments from her, but you guys would see them before I do if you're looking through. So, Jimmy Pham says, how have you been, Automan Dan? How you doing there, buddy? Sincal. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. I hope so. Seen a truck hauler with 10 brand new Tacomas on them here in California today. First time in a long time. That's good to hear. I would think that production ought to be starting to ramp up a little bit by now. I would think. Excuse me. Taco Driven says, if you don't have any haters, you ain't doing it right. LOL. Oh yeah. That's a sign of channel success. If you don't have trolls on your channel, then you're not doing something right, because they come out of the woodwork when you're doing well. They like to hunt. There's a median though. If you're a medium or small channel, and I consider that to be somewhere between 1,000 and 5,000 somewhere subscribers, they tend to leave you alone. But if you're below that, they attack. And once you get above like 15, 20,000, they come back. It's very odd. Automated Dan says, Jimmy Pham, pretty good. Better than I was 2 weeks ago. I had ick. Or he was sick, at least. Automated Dan says, Rob, I drive down to Houston to meet you. Houston is probably about 8 hours from me, I think. I think it's something like that. And no, I'm not driving 8 hours. I'm not doing it. That's a 16-hour round trip, man. Texas is a big state. 10 hours just to get out of Texas. For me. Let's see. Kevin Cocos. Are you ever going to change the front light assemblies and black them out? Never say never. I don't have any immediate plans to do that, but I do like the look. I'd just be a little concerned about the process from what I've seen on a few people's trucks. But anyway, I'm interested in it. Yeah, sure. Jimmy Pham, Automan Dan, that's good. I hope you okay. We don't know about Dan. We don't know if he's okay or not. Some people think he is, but I think he's okay. Old School says, Rob, is it possible to off-road a two-wheel drive Tacoma? Of course, you could off-road a Corvette if you wanted to, but it depends on your definition of off-road and where you're going to go. I mean, you can drive a two-wheel drive Tacoma on the beach. You can drive a two-wheel drive Tacoma on a gravel road. You can drive it on a decent trail. This thought that you've got to have a 4x4 and drive through rocks and 8-foot deep mud puddles, that's crazy. I don't even consider that really off-roading. That's more of an extreme sport. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Taco Driven says, peace out, Rob. Always enjoy Live Mondays. Taco Driven, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Elizardo says, at Ang, headlights. But Ang can't wait to see today's mod. I don't even know what today's mod is. What did I do? I did something. I don't even know. I mean, I do these videos ahead, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing the live right now. I'd be recording for tomorrow if I was lucky, Automated Dan says, Jimmy Pham, oh yeah, I'm good. Still have a cough, though. Well, I hope you get better, Dan. Automated Dan says, okay, Rob, how about Corpus Christi? I'm not exactly sure how far Corpus is from here. I think it's about 4 hours. Like I said, for me, I'm probably not willing to drive more than about 15 minutes. That's like 15 miles, because what happens if I get there and you and I, we just don't like each other, I walk up and you go, I don't like you, dude. Now I got to turn around and drive 4 hours back home. Why would I do that? Plus, I'm just not willing, Where was I? L. Rowe says, did you install your underseat storage in your Tundra by yourself? Looking to add the same to my 2020, thanks. L. Rowe. I have another channel. I have 2 channels, okay? RobMotive JT, it's about Jeep Gladiators, and then RobMotive FST. Now, if you go and you subscribe to RobMotive FST, and then you do a search on my channel, you know, like RobMotive FST space storage or under seat or something like that, you shall find the video where I did it. And if I must say so myself, the video came out really well. The mod went really well, and I suggest you check it out, and I certainly would recommend that you do it yourself. I wouldn't pay somebody to do that. You just have to be careful. Watch the video. What can I say? Jimmy Pham says, Automan Dan, I'm glad you're doing good. Automan Dan says, okay, Rob, never mind. Offer still on the table. I do appreciate that. I really do. But like I said, you know, to drive all that way, and it's not that I don't want to meet anybody, but, you know, come on, you have to be realistic. That is 6 hours, 4 hours, 10 hours, whatever that I'm driving is time that I'm not working, making videos, doing mods, running my mouth, whatever it is. So it's like it's a day off with no pay for me. That's what it's really like. So it's not like taking a vacation from your job where you're still getting paid. I wouldn't be getting paid. Let's see. Paul Lowry 42. Hey, Rob, out of the 3 channels, what is your most popular channel? This one. RobMotive is my most popular channel. I am pushing, I have 29,200 and some. I think it's pushing 29.3. So 29,300 subscribers. The Jeep channel is at 5,600, and the FST channel is at about 2,200, something like that. The FST channel is pretty young. I just started it in, I think it was August, July, something like that this year. But if you wouldn't mind, or anybody that's on here, please go check them out and subscribe to them. That would be really cool. Let's see. Kevin says, signing off now, but keep up the good work on the videos. Peace out. Kevin, thank you for being here, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Sincal, when you had your 4x4 Tacoma, did you have the TRD? If so, did you use the crawl control much? I had a 4x4. It was a manual transmission. Thus, I had no crawl control. So no, I didn't use it much because it didn't exist on that truck. I just bought a 2022 SR5 4x4, but don't do extreme four-wheeling. Then your truck will thank you, and it will probably last longer. Old school, thoughts on the 2022 Type R? I haven't seen too much of it. So I don't have any thoughts on it, to be honest, but I am a fan of the Type R. And you'll know that. I do have a 4th channel that I don't do anything on. It is RobMotive Civic, I believe. And there's a lot of stuff on there about the Type R, but like I said, I don't maintain it. I mean, I answer comments when they come, but I don't add any videos or promote it. I don't do anything else with it. It's just kind of out there because I had created the videos and I thought, well, there are some mods and things, and hopefully if it helps somebody out, that's great. It's not monetized. It only has, I don't know, 300 and some subscribers. So it isn't even a monetized channel. It's just out there for anybody who might be interested in Type R stuff or Honda Civic hatch stuff or whatever. Elizardo says, tell everyone to tune in on Mondays if they want to talk to you. Absolutely. I mean, plus, you know, if you're subscribed to this channel or my other channels, I'm going to start doing pop-up live streams on my other channels, I think. Maybe on Mondays. So if you'd like to get on and interact, make sure you subscribe to those other channels and also click the notification bells on all the channels. That way you're notified when I'm live or when there's new videos coming out, stuff like that, or whatever I might be doing if you're interested. So make sure you click the notification bells as well. Let's see. Jeff Schultz. Rob, is the Tacoma lift factory installed now or is it dealer installed? Rob, is the Tacoma lift factory installed now or is it dealer installed? I'm not sure what you really mean there. No dealer installed. Well, I can't say none, but a majority of the dealers do not install the lifts anyway. They farm them out somewhere. That's what the dealers here do. I imagine it's pretty much the same across the country, although I'm sure there are some that do. So if you got your Tacoma and it didn't have a lift, it would have been installed by a third party. As far as lifted, I don't know if you can actually buy. If you come across a lifted Tacoma on a lot, it's probably because the dealer sent it out and had it lifted, and then they're charging you 10 times what it costs. I don't believe Toyota includes any lift other than what is normal on any Tacoma. In other words, and they may start in the future, who knows, but I don't believe they do any lifts from the factory. I think everything is done aftermarket or at distribution maybe, and I'm not even sure they do them at distribution. That's a good question. I really don't have a good answer for you. I'm not sure. Let's see. Manuel Rosales. I hope I got that right. You're leaving Harlingen. No, I'm not. I'm not sure. Where did you get that? I'm not sure. But no, I'm not leaving Harlingen. I like it here. It's nice. The people are cool. People are nice. It's the friendliest place I've actually ever lived. And I've lived in many places. So Eric Howard says, big high five from Tennessee. Love all your videos. Have you ever thought about having contests and giveaways? Keep up the great work. I've done that several times on the channels, Eric. And I will in the future. So yeah, I mean, I've done that. If you look back at some of the past giveaways, for instance, if you put in RobMotive space giveaway, probably several videos will come up. So yeah, I have done that. But there probably will be more in the future. I don't know. We shall see. So before I hang it up here this evening, I do want to make, for those who are on this live stream only, or maybe those that watch it afterwards, I do have a little bit of a change coming. Maybe a little bit of an announcement. Let's see. Rodeo Magic. Hey, Rob, just joined your stream a bit late. Sorry, dude. I'm hearing about some of these troubles, some Tundras. Good thing I have my 21. Yeah, smart move. Automan Dan says, I don't know where Rob lives, so I don't know where Harlingen is. Well, yeah, there's this thing called the internet. I'm sure you probably can figure it out. Old School says, what's the housing market like in Harlingen? Harlingen is the #1, last I heard, lowest cost of living place in the United States. So that ought to tell you what the housing market is like. There are houses for sale. They cost less than they do in other parts of the country, let's just say. Automated Dan says, well, guys, I'm out. See you next week. Dan, thanks for being on. I appreciate it. Anyway, let me get to my little announcement. Maybe. Thanks, Dan. There is a change coming. Not to this channel. It's coming to the RobMotive FST channel. There is a truck that's going to be added to that channel. It's coming soon, very soon. So if you're curious, and this is a full-size truck, of course. It is the full-size truck channel. So if you're curious, make sure that you go over there and subscribe to RobMotive FST. It's an awesome truck. It should be pretty cool, I think. I can't wait to put my hands on it. It's coming soon. That's all I'm going to tell you. Anyway, that's my little leaked announcement for you guys. Just for you guys. People that don't watch the live stream, they're not going to know. Just saying. And if they don't watch RobMotive FST, well, then I'm going to get these comments. They're going to say, you added another truck 6 months after I do, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, there's a video. There are tons of videos on it by that time, probably. So let me catch up on the comments, and then I'm going to bid you guys an adieu because I'm hungry, and I'm going to the Wendy's this evening. I think I'm going to get me a one plain junior burger because I don't get anything on my burgers. I'm going to get me a small fry because I'm on a diet. I've lost 5 pounds, by the way. For anybody who's interested, I've lost 5 pounds. I got about another several to go. But anyway, I'm going to get me a plain junior burger, small fry, and 4 chicken nuggets with some barbecue sauce. Nothing to drink. Probably just more of this clear stuff. Ugh, I don't like it. Anyway, let's catch up on the comments. John Fletcher says, Eric Howard, I won a RobMotive sticker a few months ago. There you go. right there. Testament from a real live person. Grumpy Gen Xer, any thoughts on the DV8 Tacoma front bumper, bull bar, light bar? You talking about that little one that goes in that little panel area? If you are, I think it's cool. I like it. May do that one myself. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Soccer says, oh, yeah, baby. Old School says, Raptor? I don't know. Rodeo Magic says, I hope not a 2022. I will tell you, it is a 2022. It's a 2022. Dennis R says, Ram TRX would be nice. It would be, and someday I will have a Ram TRX. But let me tell you, that channel's got to be a lot bigger before that happens. I mean, you can't go buy a $80,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 truck when you only have 2,100 and some subscribers. You know, that just doesn't cut it. The channel has to justify the means, you know, I'm just saying. But I will have one someday. I do like them. Justin says, good night, everyone. Good night, Justin. Thanks for being here. Soccer says, congrats. Well, thank you. Dennis R says, congrats on the 5 pounds. Thank you very much. I'm hoping tomorrow when I get up, it's actually 6. We'll see. I've only had, you know what I've had to eat today? One cookie. I have one cookie for breakfast, a little, you know, those little packed cookie, one cookie for breakfast. It's like 65 calories. One Mountain Dew, because something's got to keep me rolling, the sugar. And this water. That's all I've had today. I'm surprised I haven't passed out from lack of sugar or something. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing. I'm one of those count calorie type starvation diet kind of people, you know, that's how I roll. And it works. And then I've got like a year to gain it all back and do it again. Let's see. Chase Best for You says, good evening, Rob. Till next week. Thank you for being here, bud. I appreciate it. Chad Granat says, good night all and have a great week. Chad, thank you for being here. And Mark Dalton says, Rob, no breakfast tonight. No, I haven't been eating the eggs and bacon lately. Calories, all that grease, you know, trying to be just a tad bit healthier, not much. I mean, I'll probably have a heart attack anytime anyway. Ken Watts, he's got all kinds of food, bacon, steak, eggs. I wish. That looks pretty good, but you will not tempt me this evening. I am resolute to get to where I want to be. That's it. We're caught up on the comments. Again, stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to my other channels, RobMotive JT, RobMotive FST, make sure that you do. I would really appreciate it. And if you're watching this after the fact and you haven't hit the like button yet, please do that. It helps me out. And one thing further, I did mention there is a new full-size truck coming to RobMotive FST. If you want to know what it is, you better be subscribed to the channel. It's coming really soon. Dennis says, say hello to Krista. I will. Hopefully she's on here and she read that herself. Thank you to everybody who is on, for everybody who's a part of the channel. I really do appreciate it. Mark, thank you for the super chat. You are awesome, bud. And I will see you all next time on the web. Have a great night. Bye.